Good morning, everybody. Today we're out here on my training trail, test hiking trail, whatever you want to call it. My place where I can come out and just basically get a little bit of exercise and do some trial and error type things as well. Oh, this is bad in here. I haven't made it to this part of the trail. Cleaning on this trail for some time, and it definitely needs some more. Let's see if we can get under this. But anyway, today behind me is my Kelty Coyote 85 backpack. This is a camping backpack. This would be considered probably an entry-level expedition backpack. But I've got to use it a couple of times just as a camping backpack. I don't see myself going on any expeditions anytime soon. But the main thing is, and you can't fool me because I know the demographics of my viewers. You're probably old, like me. Sorry. But as you get older, there's some changes that happen. And sometimes what people considered creature comforts that we don't need when you're 24, they start becoming necessities when you're getting close to 60. And my first example is a chair. I will not bring a bed if it's a choice between bringing a bed and a chair. That's just the way it is. I'm bringing a chair because if I'm crippled, I'm not going anywhere. So I wanted a backpack, and the reason why I don't go with backpacking as much as I want to is you got to choose. You have to choose what goes in the pack. And I don't like choosing. Choosing, I want it all, okay? Now, the trick is being able to buy the gear where everything will go in this pack. This pack is 40 pounds, 40-pound pack. What's ironic about the 40-pound pack is this represents the weight that I've lost in the last 2 years, which is 40 pounds. So somehow I was carrying this around on my frame 24 hours a day. You'd think it'd be lighter. So my goal today, can I go camping with everything? Well, I'm here to find out. I'm just here to do a couple of quick miles around this training trail. The main issue is when you want to bring everything, as I say, you have to spend a little bit of money on your gear. And now, anybody that knows me just knows that I'm cheap. It's the way it is. I'm cheap. But sometimes you go cheap, but you can still upgrade your gear. And that's what a lot of my gear is. It's not super expensive. It's not top of the line, but it's top enough. And unless you're some kind of thru hiker, you can't skimp out on that kind of gear. If you're covering 25 miles a day, you have to have the best of the best. At my age, I'm not going 25 miles a day. If I was carrying a Q-tip in my hand, I would be crippled probably after day one. But I still like to go out on some hikes. I still love the enjoyment of taking a backpack out and doing some camping. Just whatever you tote is what you have. I think my next video is going to be, what am I carrying? And I think that'll be a pretty fun video. I was going to do it today. It's just a nasty, sloggy mess. So we'll do it another. I could really tell I need to do some more training. This thing's weighty. I'm not gonna lie. If I was hiking in some type of trail, I guarantee you, in a few miles, I would be ready to be at camp. I just need to train more. Ooh-wee, I can already tell that this weight is putting some pressure on my right knee. My right knee is not happy about it. And we're not going to go crazy today. We're not trying to injure ourselves. We're trying to figure out how this pack's going to carry everything. I got to get back on this trail and clear it out some more. Those ice storms destroyed everything. Oh. So my gear, it's not top of the line. My gear, you've seen it before. Like the, oh my goodness, Magellan 40-degree mummy bag. It's in here. My one Tigris promenade chair is in there. It's all in there. I'm carrying also my light fighter one-person tent, and I have my Thermarest ultralight hammock that the tent will actually fit on. Now, this is not my tall hammock. I can tell I'm winded. It's not a hammock. It's a cot. You can tell I need some oxygen. I need to get out more. I have been getting out more. But yeah, the tent fits right on top of the cot. But it's not the nightcat cot that I've been using. Because this one is about half the size and probably only a third of the weight. The nightcat is just too bulky for backpack camping. But I've learned. I've tried everything. I've tried the air mattresses, foam pads under the air mattress, everything. I just don't like it. I can sleep on it, but I don't get good sleep. The cot, at least I can sleep on it and actually sleep all night. So, you just got to work around your situation. That's the way it is. If I hadn't had 50-something different broken bones, maybe an air mat would do it. And I'm happy for those that it does. Now, one thing that I do not like about this backpack, it's not big enough. If you noticed, the table, that's my One Tiger's table, it won't fit in the bag. Of course, the tent's on the bottom of the bag, and that doesn't hurt my feelings any. But I'd like everything else inside the bag. So I've ordered a solution, and it will be here in a couple of days. If you would like to take a look at that and how I'm going to pack it, let me know down in the comments. But one reason why I wanted to do this little video is to encourage people. I know my viewers are an older demographic. You're watching me for some apparent reason, and I don't think it's my stunning looks. So, breathe. I think it might have something to do with you're still interested in outdoors. Your situation may be better than mine. You may be worse than mine. I don't know. But if you think about it for long enough, and I'm going to roll down this hill, if you think about it long enough, you could come up with a solution if you still want to participate in this thing that we call life. Another thing, I don't think I had this backpack adjusted properly, and I'm not a backpack expert. I think about 70% of the load is supposed to be on your hips, and it feels like 70% of it's on my shoulders. Of course, I got old man butt. It's just like gone. So that probably has a huge part of it. The hip belts ain't got nothing to snag their teeth into. It's just sliding down to my ankles. We're gonna see if we can make it to the end of this lap. I've still got a good ways to go. But I don't want to injure anything. We're just out here seeing how the pack carries. And you can tell fairly quick, especially when you're on uneven terrain, how your backpack is going to carry. Now, how far you can carry it, that's a complete different matter. And with this backpack, I don't want to ever see how far I can carry it, because I don't want to get myself in that deep. So, ultralight thru hikers, they pack for the journey. Everything is about how much less they can carry to get to their other side. Destination camping is what can you get to camp relatively easy and enjoy camp. Camp is where it's at. That is 100% the goal, is camp, not necessarily the journey. Although you should enjoy the journey as well. It's beautiful out here. And if I walk fast enough, all the mosquitoes are following me in a gigantic trail trying to catch up with me. And we're going to keep them back there. It's kind of funny. Everybody's camping season is about to start through most of the United States. And here in East Texas, ours is just about to end. Here, we can camp all winter long. But during the summer, can't do it. Just cannot do it. There's no way for me to get any sleep in a nice low temperature of 86 degrees Fahrenheit. And the mosquitoes, whoo, that is a whole different story. These little guys following me right here, these are little lads. This summer, they'll be pterodactyls. I almost stopped on my last lap, but things are actually starting to loosen up a little bit. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I decided to keep going. See if I can squeeze one more lap in. This tree right here is killing me. Ouch, 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 ouch. Oh. The mosquitoes were catching up. Gotta go. Gotta keep moving. So what I have in this pack is about, I would say 98% of what I'd planned on bringing. I've got water in here. I've got 2 days worth of food. So I can go out for a couple of days. And quite honestly, if I'm backpacking, I really don't want to go for one day. It's just too much work, too much effort to set this stuff up in a base camp configuration and stay out for one night. You should enjoy it for at least one day, the complete day cycle and night. Not to mention the fact, depending on how far you walked, to maybe recover just a tickle, you know, give those calf muscles just a little bit of hope. You can see here, I've been clearing, and this is how far I made it. This was completely, if you've seen my post, this was completely falling in with brush. This is privet hedge. This is what people actually put around their houses to make it look good. This is what happens when privet hedge goes wild. It has gotten away, and it is just horrible. It grows about as fast as a greenbrier. Look at this pile of privet hedge that I've got going on. I can't even, there's a little bit. Massive piles. Oh, I got a good sweat going on now. I think that means we're doing the things. I think I might be able to do the goal that I set out. I'm loosening up more and more as time goes on. It takes us old fellers, kind of like a 1974 Chevrolet pickup truck. You know, you just got to sit there and let her warm up for a little bit. You just can't hammer on the gas and expect results. Us old people are the same way. These terraces, I don't know if you can see these. They don't look like much. These are old terraces from cotton fields and tomato crops and stuff like that back in the day. Probably back in the 30s and 40s. And they quit farming or whatever, and all this crap grew up in its place. But the terraces are still here. And this up and down, up and down, up and down is challenging. It is a good way to roll an ankle. It still amazes me that this pack is the representation of the weight I lost. I can't even tell it looking in a mirror. I'm still a tubby bastard. But it came off somewhere, and we're going to continue ripping this daggum weight off. My goal is 230. I haven't weighed 230 since I was 30 years old, 28 years old, somewhere right in there. And I can live with that. I lived with it back then just fine. So, another 40 pounds. So, I thought about quitting right there. Let's see if I can get y'all out of my my face. Thought about quitting. Said, nope. We're going to do what we set out to do. A couple of miles. Off-road terrain. Backpacking 40 pounds. So this episode is going to be named Session of Suffering Volume 3. Because that's what we're doing today. Quite honestly though, as I've been loosening up, my travel time is actually increasing naturally. I'm not pushing any harder. I'm just covering more ground, which is good. But I can tell my legs are ready for a break, but they're not going to get one for about another half mile. Well, you can see it now. We got the sweat going on. We're working for a living now. Just a little bit more to go. About a third of a mile. It's not too bad. And what's the saying? You ain't training if it's not raining. It just started, and we're just back almost to the trailhead. It's time to go before we get drenched. I don't mind getting wet, but I really don't want all the stuff in this pack to get wet yet. Since we're not actually going anywhere this trip, we're just going in circles. Woo! Oh, it's the trailhead. Again, yay. There it is. Well, okay, there it is. We have completed 2 miles with this 40-pound pack. So now that I know I can do that, and I still could go further if I need to, we're going to go to video number 2 next time, hopefully. And we're going to load up the new pack and see what it looks like. And we're also going to go through the content. So stay tuned for that. But anyway, thank you for this session of suffering. And we'll see you next time, my friends. Get out there and train. Take care.